Join Mischief Toys for Holiday of Mischief Week, starting Monday, December the 11th and ending on Friday, December the 15th. Mischief Toys will bring you a new drop every day, and we'll have some surprises on MischiefToys.com from the Mischief Toys Vault, randomly throughout the week without notice. Have a safe and happy holiday with a dash of mischief.
Hello, everybody! We're live again another Sunday night. It is the night before Holiday of Mischief Week, and I'm super excited and stoked that we can announce that live right here with you. I mean, we put out a video, I think, yesterday, sort of get people excited, but tonight we planned on coming on live, discussing a little bit more in depth, give you some ideas about what is exactly going down. A lot of people misunderstood some of the things that we said, and it could have been just because of our wording or because of how the narrator was speaking. But we want to clear everything up, make sure everybody knows what's going on. And then, yeah, they were thinking that every drop was going to be like blind, like because it says in Peter or narrator said it is all going to be unannounced stuff, but it's just for the vaulted stuff. So we're going to talk a little bit about that tonight.
Oh, why didn't you send him the proper wording? I don't know.
I did. No, I did. I mean, it sounded right to me. I'm just saying now I can see how people could have misunderstood. Oh. So welcome everybody. So glad to have you with us. To all of our patrons, you guys are amazing. Had a great time last night chatting with you, hanging out. We had to end it a little bit earlier than we normally do, and that had to happen because we had to go ship out all of our tattooed Gastleys out to all the fans out there.
Yeah, so Val was getting restless, but he wanted to come and say hello to everybody.
Yes.
He's purring away, but I think that he does not like us talking as loud as we do when we are live.
Right.
So I think he's going to jump down. He was just giving me hugs in my elbow pit.
He was pushing?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good at that.
Hugs. He's
good at giving those little hugs, aren't you there, kitten? Huh?
I know that he can't be seen very well because I have a dark hoodie on.
Yeah.
Someone said turn the mic volume up. How about you turn your speakers up?
He's not a kitten anymore, is he? I think he's going on 16 years old, that little guy. Look at him. Okay, so let's discuss all of the things. So we devised a Holiday of Mischief Week. We wanted to do something fun for, the holiday season. We sort of, for Halloween, we cobbled it together. This time, this time we sort of came up with a good plan, and I think we were pretty good with it this time, right? I mean, with getting things planned out actually for the holiday, all of like the pins and everything we had created. I don't know if you guys saw, but we sent out an email, I think just moments ago, Heather did, and it has a Demonstro pin and a Ghastly pin. They're two brand new pins that will be going up tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. But here's the deal. These pins are limited to 125 a piece. So these may be the most limited pins we have maybe ever put out except for our original pins. 125 is low.
It's even lower than the initiation pin. It's lower than the original gold Coven of Mischief pin.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Wow. I didn't even think of it like
incredible.
Like that.
Yeah, incredible. So people are saying raise the mic, but the mic is high, dude. This is as high as it goes. I don't know. I don't want to blow your speakers out. Turn up your phone or turn up wherever you are. Is it loud?
It's fine.
Fine.
I mean...
Dead Paul. Thank you for the super chat. Yo, what's up, my two favorite YouTubers, and hello to this awesome community. Love you all from your friendly neighborhood Dead Paul. What a guy. He's awesome. Got to hang out with him last night and all the other patrons. If you guys want to support the channel a little bit more, check out our patreon.com/Gastlecast. You get a Zoom call every month where we do giveaways. We show early Mischief Toys drops. And actually, last night we showed a brand new item, which we're super excited about. What's that?
What did we give away?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll get to that. But we announced a new item that will come out next year, probably in the January, February timeframe. And we gave away our very first ever Plush. So we gave away a Ghastly Plush, which is actually, is he back there? Do you have the 200 piece back there? So we have our first run 200 piece. And he actually has the little tag here. Here, move your head in. He has a little tag here. And it says first run 200. And guess what? Want to know something cool? You want to know something really cool? This is one of the drops for this week. So one day this week during the Holiday of Mischief, this will be one of the items that will be going up. We'll be selling our first run 200 Ghastly Plush. You guys will be able to get your hands on it. And additionally, we're also going to put up the outside of the first 200. Is that correct? We have an extra batch that aren't first 200?
If you want.
Yeah, so we'll probably put up a little bit more. That way more people can get their hands on the plushes. Super, super stoked over these guys. I love the plush. My new favorite thing. I love them. I think they're perfect for Mischief toys. No, I mean, they're perfect Mischief toys. A perfect addition to our lineup of things.
Can you stop doing weird fucking burps?
I'm burping. I'm sorry. I'm over here tearing it up.
Okay, so guess what? I brought some pins in for you to see.
Oh my God, you have them in hand.
Yeah, do you guys want to see them?
Why didn't you just go grab the ones that are outside the plastic?
I didn't know where they were.
They're over in the light box.
Why didn't you bring them in the first fucking place?
You're
the one that knew where they're at.
You ruined it. All right, let's pull them out. Let's take a look. Let's see what we got.
Okay. So we have our...
Oh my God, what are you doing? Oh, there they are.
Demonstro Santa and Ghastly as Elf. Oh my goodness. Ghastly has glitter on his collar, on his horns, on his hat, and Demonstro has glitter on his hat. And they're, oh my God, they're amazing. Both of them are so much fun. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but they are a bit smaller than our normal head pins. Yeah, so normally they are, well, they have been 2 inches, but we decided to do 1.5 just because I find that they fit better on lanyards. I wanted to do a little bit smaller just so that, well, really, they, you know, for lanyards and stuff. Because these guys, I mean, these can get a bit overwhelming if you have more than a few in one place. So I think for a lot of pins that we do, we'll probably do a bit of a smaller one, see what the feedback's like, see how that goes, because I really dig them. Yeah. I'm so happy about these pins. So we planned these a couple months back. It was actually pretty recent. I'm so surprised over the turnaround, but we want to get these in your hands prior to the holiday. So, you know, obviously Christmas and everything else. So that way you can wear them around or put them on your pin board and look at them during the holiday season. So we're going to get these out as soon as possible. Probably same day. Yeah, we'll get them out. Tomorrow after sale, we'll have them out in the mail. They'll be out so you guys can get them right away. So, yeah, look out for those. So those are just 2 items from the many items that we'll be selling this week. Obviously, this guy is one of them. We also have a Ghastly figure, a brand new Ghastly figure. We showed him on a Patreon call, I think not this past Patreon call, but the Patreon call before, November. That's also an awesome figure. It's a pin bundle, and I will tell you this, everything glows in the dark. Figure, pin, it's amazing. You're going to love this brand new figure that's coming out this week, so look out for that. I can't tell you when all this stuff will drop. You do know about these 2 pins so far. Everything else will most likely be, I don't know, a surprise. You'll find out in your email or on Instagram, and just, you know, keep your eyes peeled. You're going to want to find out what we're doing. In addition to all of our drops this week, which we already talked about a little bit, we are opening the vault. And we will be dropping items from the Mischief Toys vault. So what does that mean? Well, that could mean a lot of things. That could mean we're opening the vault items that may have dropped last year, may have dropped sometime this year. Maybe it's even something that dropped to the Coven before. Maybe we found some Coven items. Now, I want to clear this up because I think people are getting confused. They think we're reproducing stuff. No. And people are like, are you reproducing all this stuff? No. So we actually keep a limited number of items behind when we do our sales. So as an example,
We had a bunch of the zombie figures there for a while, but we ended up giving a couple away during the Dawn of the Dead thing that we went to.
We have like none left, so zombie.
Yeah, so
not
zombie
happening.
is probably not going to happen, but
It will
my
not.
point is that we do have a bunch of items like that are just lying around that we think that you would really love. Very limited pieces.
Not just that, but we may have some signed pieces, and we may also have artist proofs.
Yes, Heather. Artists, APs, and
Yeah.
these will all go up completely at random. You never know what's going to happen. It's between 6 a.m. and did you say 9 p.m. Eastern?
Yes.
6 a.m. and 9 p.m.
And
Eastern.
it can be any day. So there might be something that drops one day. There might not be anything that drops another day. There might be 4 or 5 things that drop one day, and there might be 2 things that drop another. So good luck, everybody. It could be a new listing. It could be something we've never sold. It could be something that's in an old listing that you just have to find. That'll be interesting to see.
It's literally been us digging out old stuff, and we've been going through a lot of things, finding out what we have left over, taking a look at some of the early stuff from this year and past years. So I think that you guys are really going to like the vaulted stuff. I'm excited to see who ends up getting their hands on it. Signed stuff, APs as we mentioned. Fun, really fun stuff. Star asks a question. The pins, are they sold as a bundle? The answer to that is yes. They are sold as a 2-pin set.
The 2 we are releasing tomorrow is a bundle. And each email that you receive, it should be the night before or sometime in the day before the next drop. You will receive all of the details. I can tell you that there will be multiple pins dropped on one day this week. That will not be a bundle. They do have different piece counts. So good luck. And
Yeah.
So the items that will be dropped will be under their respective tabs. So if it's if it's an older T-shirt, it'll be under the merch tab. Pins under the merch tab. Anything like that would be under merch. If it is a Ghastly, it'll be under the Ghastly tab. If it's a Demonstro, it'll be under the Demonstro tab. If it's a Coven exclusive, it will only be Coven exclusive tab. So the Coven exclusives will not get released to the general public.
So you're going to want to check around, check the website. Maybe you're the first one to see it. I think it's exciting. It's like a scavenger hunt. I mean, obviously there's no like clues or anything, but you can go and check out the website. Maybe something will be up, and if it looks like it's if it looks like it's up and it doesn't say sold out, that most likely means it is there for you to purchase. You just have to be the first one to get it. Brian Spears, thank you. Happy holidays to happy holidays to you both and to all. Can't wait for these drops this week. Love you both. Love the plush. Thanks, dude.
Thank you,
so much.
Brian.
We appreciate you, man. So lots of really fun things coming this week. I think that it's going to be one of those weeks where somebody or most of you guys will be able to get a little bit of everything, right? You get the pins, now this new plush, figures, shirts, hats, whatever's out on the website. And maybe in the midst of all this, we'll have a couple of giveaways wrapped up into the week as well. We'll talk a little bit more about that as the week goes on. Maybe even some protos thrown out into the wild. I think we could do some cool stuff with protos this week just to show our appreciation to you guys, the Mischief Toys fans. We definitely love giving back when we can. So that's something that we totally will be doing. So let's see. So it starts tomorrow, as we mentioned. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., we'll be dropping these 2 pins. Now, I'm not saying between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. that something else will drop on the website, as we have mentioned. This is all Eastern time, by the way. So something vaulted may drop tomorrow morning. I'm not saying that it will, and I'm not saying that it won't. But if you're perusing around the internet, you're going to want to be checking out MischiefToys.com to see what is going on.
Yeah, and it could, like I said before, it could be an old listing, and it will not be kicked up to the front of the list. It can be a new listing that will be kicked up to the front of the list. It could be an old listing that I decide to kick up to the front of the list. It just all depends. And I'm talking like in the individual tabs Or it could be something that you just happen to see. It doesn't say sold out on it anymore, and you can just pick it up.
You know, I was just sitting here thinking, Heather, and it's possible. I'm not saying this is going to happen. Heather and I are going to have to look over. But, you know, one of the primary colors of Christmas, obviously, that you think about is red. And that's Gastly's color. He's red, right? Mm-hmm. There may be a possibility of a giveaway of a red Gargoyle Gastly Proto. I'm thinking that could happen this week. Red Christmas Gastly. It almost seems like the right time to do it.
Okay, would it be really fucked up if we painted his teeth and horns green?
Why would you ruin a Proto?
Because Christmas.
So we'll have more information about giveaways all throughout the week. Make sure you stay tuned and follow all the things that we're doing. And in fact, we might even hide things in Gastlecast videos this week. Some hints and things maybe. I don't know. Anything could happen. So just make sure you're paying attention to everything that is going on in the world of Mischief Toys and Gastlecast. You're not going to want to miss out on any of that. 6 a.m. Yes, so tomorrow morning it'll start at 6 a.m. and it'll roll through 9 p.m. That's when these random drops may occur. So just keep that in mind. Make sure you put a little note in your phone, on your calendar. Make an alarm for yourself. Definitely make an alarm for 10 a.m. tomorrow. These pins, dude, these pins are going to go so fast. Look at these guys. By the way, I love the little cardboard backings. I love the size of them. Like, I almost feel like this is the size of pins that we'll do more often than the bigger ones.
I already said that.
I love how big these pins are. Like, I want to stay with doing larger pins.
Sometimes.
But the smaller pins, I absolutely love them. And I love these little card backings they're putting them on. They're amazing. They're so great. I love them. I got to put these on my lanyard for work tomorrow. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a couple of these guys on there. And wait until you see the other two pins. Those will be coming out later this week. You have to be looking out for those. We have another pin that'll be going up this week as well. That's like sort of separate. And I think this pin is going to be something that you love. You're going to love the pin. It's really cool. I'm stoked.
Me too.
I am super stoked.
Yeah, I think this pin that is upcoming, the one that we haven't shown anything about, will be like an unexpected, semi-expected pin.
Right.
Like, I think people would know, but like they wouldn't know for this week, but then they'll be like, oh, okay, that's fucking cool.
So John McBride, if we throw in like a little hidden thing in our videos, I think we'll make it sort of like aware, like make you aware that's what it's about. I'm not promising that anything will be in the video. I'm just saying it could happen. So you're just going to want to pay attention to what we do. I just want to let you guys know, this is a sort of a sentimental thing, but your guys' support is really amazing. And I think about this quite often. Heather and I discuss this, just like how lucky we are as two people with this small toy company sort of coming up in the world. We're now going on 2 years old, believe it or not, in January. 2 years old. I cannot believe we've made it this far. I thought originally, I've made this joke multiple times, that we would buy a bunch of Gastly figures, we put them up on the website, and we would not be able to sell them, and our house would be full of Gastly figures, and we would not know what to do. But here we are 2 years later after doing so, and now before you, we're selling a plush. I mean, I never thought that we would come this far to sell a plush of our favorite little guy, little character, Gastly. So just thank you all out there. We do love you and appreciate you, and you're amazing. And I can't wait for this to end up in the hands of the collectors. What I love about this guy, because we're a collectible company, right? That's what we're about. We're about collectibles. We're not just some random toy company and you're just whatever, right? Like some companies that we know. We are a collectible company through and through. And the reason why I think this plush is so perfect for what we do is because he can sit and he has his little butt and he can sit on your shelf somewhere, sit on your desk, and he can sit right next to one of or many of your figures. He can be a sort of a centerpiece to all the things that you do. Or you have a little baby boy or baby girl, or maybe you have a teenage boy, teenage girl, and they love plush and they love to throw them on their bed and they like to hug them and play with them and everything. that gives you the option to do that as well. So this is sort of one of those items it has a multi-purpose to it. It not only is a fun plush, a huggable plush, but it's also a collectible too, which I think is great. And you know this one's a collectible because it says first run 200. That's a big deal.
So we have some comments and questions.
Sure.
So, Pop Mig says, very exciting, but what do I tell my wife and my boss when I'm glued to my phone for 5 days straight?
Oh no, please. Oh God, that's the downside to all this.
I have the perfect response. Tell them both that you have more important things to attend to because it's true.
Oh my God. Man, if I said that to you, you'd kill me.
No. I'd say, okay, I get it.
Really?
Everything is more important to me than you.
Oh. I didn't expect to go down that road.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Okay, sure. They're asking for price point on Plush yet.
We do not have that price point.
So
we will not...
Can I just tell the funny story about that? So Heather and I, hold on real quick. There's a lot of factors in the price point. Heather and I were driving in the car today, and she looked over at me and she goes, you didn't send me the figures or the numbers for the plush so I can, sort of figure out and calculate what the plush is going to cost. So unfortunately, you can blame me as to reason why we do not have that answer right now. So we promise, obviously, when it goes up, it will have a price. You will know. And if we can tell you sooner, we certainly will. But that's all I want to say. Sorry.
Yes. And what we decide to do as far as a tab and the plush, I am not certain of yet. I'm feeling like he will probably be under Shop Ghastly on MischiefToys.com.
I think that's the way to go.
I think that's appropriate just because it is Ghastly. But I did want to discuss it with Chris because I'm considerate, unlike him, and I like to discuss things before we actually make decisions because he never does that. He just says things all the time.
It's one of my powers. One of my X-Men powers.
I don't think that's a power. I think that's a flaw.
Man,
I'm just giving you shit. Protos, I cannot confirm or deny that. Something like that may happen. However, we prefer to leave protos to giveaways because unfortunately there's not really a good way of pricing that.
So one
I don't hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't know how comfortable I would feel putting a price tag on a prototype, and I don't know if you should say what you're about to say because
no. What I was going to say is I don't want to put a sale on. In other words, I don't want to charge more for an AP or charge more for a proto. I would much rather give them away, but the APs, we're going to sell them at the cost of the actual figures when we sold them originally.
Yes, this week. That in the future, you may see changes. This is for right now. As we grow, things will evolve and could evolve. And, who knows where we'll be next year or the following year.
I'm personally in the thought I'm just saying. Can I say what my piece, please?
No, because you're about to put a stake in it, and I'd rather just leave things open.
Okay,
because
all right.
You don't know, right?
I got you. Okay.
Let's see. Oh my! I had more questions, and I don't know where they went.
Honestly, Christmas week is seeming better than Halloween. Amazing, AJ. That's sort of what we're trying to do, is how do we surpass what happened during Halloween? And as I had mentioned previously, the Halloween thing was sort of a cobbled together deal. This isn't as cobbled together. This is something we sort of thought out. Wasn't it Chris who mentioned Gargoyle Ghastly by accident? Yes, that was me. Yeah, it was me. It was I
who
screwed up.
Mentioned it? You mean who fucked everything up? Yeah, that was him.
That was me.
Patrick said, so the new Ghastly this week will be a figure pin bundle only. We did not say that. We said that there would be a pin coming with it. Whether all of them come with a pin or not, you'll have to stay tuned for that email. I cannot confirm or deny that. I would also recommend following us on social media. We'll have all of the items there.
Yeah.
And all of the information you need. But yeah, I don't really want to go into what days this guy will be dropped. I'd rather you guys find out the night before. I think that's fun. Will the plushies be limited to one per household? Yes. For this drop, they will be one per household.
For the first 200.
For all of them.
You think in general?
For this first drop, yes. They will be one per household. We need to get a gauge on how they do. And I want to know how many people are willing to buy them. That gives us a really nice number.
Okay.
A really nice idea. And that'll help us going forward what we can do. And I'm not going to tell anybody how many above the first run 200 that we have. The first run 200, it just signifies that you were one of the first 200 people to buy. This item will be made available for as long as you guys want it to be available, as long as we can continue to sell them. And they will be labeled without the first run 200. So 200 will be labeled with first run, and then the remaining will not.
Okay, so let's gauge something real quick. Who's interested in Plush Ghastlies? Give us a heart emoji in the comment section. I would love to see how many people are excited about Plush Ghastly. I hope you're as excited as I am to bring it to you. And this guy, by the way, it took forever to get this thing. Yes. It went through all sorts of customs and...
Can we just not talk about it?
It was a disaster.
It literally makes my blood boil.
I know, it's so frustrating, everything that went through.
Pieces BK says, been collecting since roughly September and have stuck around for every drop. Love the content and love the figures and how hard you guys work to make shit happen for us.
Thank you, dude.
And
thank you.
I don't want to pat ourselves on the back, but speaking of how hard we work to make shit happen, between yesterday and today, we literally packed up all of the Coven exclusive tattooed Ghastly figures.
Oh, we got a really cool little tucked away item in there too.
Yep, you guys.
I'm super stoked over that.
You don't even know. You don't even fucking know. It's exciting. But,
it's an item that we've never put out before. I want to say that.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's really cool.
It's a type of item we've never put out. But, we got them all out this afternoon.
Yeah.
And I thought they wouldn't go out until tomorrow because the post office is closed on Sunday. Well, it turns out our buddy Derek at the post office says, I'm going to be in all night until like tomorrow afternoon. And I was like, we can drop stuff off? And he's like, yeah, come over anytime. So we went over and dropped them all
He's a hell of a guy, that Derek.
He's amazing.
Jesus.
He's like...
What a guy.
He's been so helpful this last year. So before, we would schedule pickups from our front porch. And we would have 200 to 400, 500 boxes on our front porch. They would literally fill up an entire mail van, take everything away, and...
I felt so bad doing that.
Yes, I felt so bad. So we learned that if you have larger shipments, instead of, killing a mail person, because that's essentially what we did with that, we could drop it off ourselves. And luckily our post office isn't far from us, and we just filled up our car and we drive them over.
Yeah.
And
it's good.
It's really nice, and he's been so helpful since we've been doing that. I really, really appreciate them over there.
Brian315 asks, does Plush Ghastly have a cool box or will it be bagged? It will be bagged.
It will be bagged.
Yeah. So we're going to actually ship it in a thick sort of plastic bag. It's in a bag, and then we're putting it in another bag. And we figured that was the way to go. Boxes, you have to tape them all up and build them. It's really painful, and because it's a plush, it doesn't matter, it getting kind of getting kind of thrown around a little bit. It'll survive just fine. With the figures, obviously, we couldn't do that. So yeah, look out for a bag. What I love is that, so originally Heather and I, when we discussed with the manufacturer where to put the tag, they wanted to put the tag on his horn. And I didn't like the idea of putting him on the horn. And I asked Heather, is there any way we can get it on the hand? So we asked the manufacturer, and they're like, absolutely, let's put it on the hand. And I think that's the perfect spot for it. Last night during our Patreon Live, they're like, you're going to need protectors for your tags. And I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even think about that. Because I'm sure people are going to want to protect the tag as well. So
Yeah,
I'm excited about this guy. I really am.
If the plushes do well, we might do some plush tag protectors.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, the tags might change shape or size. I just, like, we're not there yet.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Fry Banshee asked a very good question. Is there always going to be special holiday drop weeks going forward from you guys? So, here is my answer. There may always be a drop week for certain holidays, and there may sometimes be a drop week for certain holidays. Like, for example, next year, we may not do a Christmas drop week, but maybe we'll do a Christmas inspired figure. Or maybe next year we'll do, like, I don't know, an Easter drop week. I have no idea. It all depends on what we can come up with and how much fun we can have.
Yeah, and like kind of it all I think stems from the ideas we come up with. The figure that we're putting out this week wasn't necessarily holiday inspired, but it just sort of fit really well. So that's kind of why we went that angle. And additionally, the plush, we finally got it in, and I told Heather we have to get this guy out into the world. So we figured that was also great. The pins are holiday kind of related pins, so we had those made specifically for the holiday. So to answer that question, I think from me, so I think the holiday week thing is going to be an ongoing always thing that we do.
But it may, again,
right.
It depends on what we come up with, and it may not be. That's something we would like to do. However, as a collector myself, I know how difficult things like this could be. But at the same time, that's sort of why we mix it up with the pins and the figures, and now we have a plush. People who collect the pins might not give a shit about the plush. People who collect the figures might not give a shit about the pins. So that sort of makes it a bit easy on some people. But then there's collectors that say, I have to have everything. And with that being said, some of those collectors may live in other countries. And something that I would like to do, and I will do it as much as I can possibly catch. But...
Sure you want to say this?
Yep.
Okay.
Because I'm holding myself to it.
I know. It's just a lot of work. That's
it
why
is
I'm
a
asking.
whole lot of work,
Okay.
but it's not like... And I will do this because we are a small company right now. I will not always be able to do this. But for our international collectors only, not for anybody in the States because you guys have it easy with shipping, I am not going to ship any international orders until the end of the week. And anyone who is international who orders multiple things, I will ship all of them at the same time. So I'm going to basically at the end of the week assess every international person's little pile of mischief, and I'm going to say, okay, merge all the orders together, and then I'm going to refund the difference in shipping, just because to ship one of these pins to Australia, for example, is roughly between $19 and $26. One pin.
What? For
Yes.
real?
It is ridiculous. I fucking hate that. So for us to do fun things, it is very difficult for our friends in other countries. So I want to do what I can while I can. And again, this could be a one-time only thing.
You're so righteous. You know that?
I know. And it's
You're really great. You're really great for thinking about people like that.
It's going to
Really.
take a really long time for me to do it. It's going to be a big pain because I can't do it automatically. Like, I literally have to go into those customers' profiles and manually merge them all. But I think it's important to do that since I can.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. You're great. I mean,
So
really.
I hope that that's appreciated, and I hope that makes it easier on the international collectors. I'm very sorry for are domestic customers, but trust me, if you were paying international shipping, you would want to break too.
Yeah, it's a totally different ballgame, isn't it? Yeah, but that's cool of you. But I guess the point I was making about the holiday stuff, Halloween is one holiday that I really want to focus on making a week on Halloween. If we do no other holidays, like maybe just a holiday drop, like Christmas holiday drop kind of a thing every year, that's great. Doesn't have to be a whole week. But Halloween, I want to make it a whole week. And I have some really, really crazy and great ideas for next year. One that I'm going to throw out there right now, I would really like, and this is something we haven't really gone into the production phase or talking about how to produce it, but a pumpkin Ghastly plush. I hope we can do that in 2024. That's something that I really want to do. I love the pumpkin Ghastly figure, and I can only imagine how he looks or how he would look in plush.
He would be so cute.
I agree.
And that's definitely a priority for me. I agree with that 100%. Now, one thing that I would like to mention, well, you know what? Let me read a couple comments. So, Joker's Smile says, will we receive the items we get before Christmas? I cannot say yes or no. I'm not personally delivering them. International will not. But I'm hoping that everyone in the States or most people in the States do. However, USPS is incredibly crammed this time of year, so I can't say yes or no, but we wanted to do it semi-early so that you could most likely get your items by Christmas. So chances are yes, but maybe not. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, and like I said before, we got Tattooed Ghastly out in literally, I think it was 24 hours. No joke. Because it went on sale, was it 1 p.m. yesterday?
Yeah. That was quick. I think that was the quickest turnaround we've ever had.
Yeah. But we prepped, too. A little bit.
Yeah, we made boxes
not
and stuff,
much.
but not a whole lot.
Yeah, not much.
I made more boxes, yeah.
What are the chances of the narrator Ghastly? Same as the chances for any other items. I can't say if we will or we will not.
Is it just me or what? Chris, I guess you're going to be sleeping on the couch tonight with the announcement of Plush Pumpkin. No, I'm.
It's nothing. It's nothing we actually have in the works.
Right.
It's just a thought.
It's me coming up with ideas. I come up with a lot of ideas, right? So, the idea of even doing this holiday week is something from me. I came up with the idea. Why don't we do this? I think this would be really cool. I think it would get people excited. I feel like Heather is sort of the business side, and she tells me what we can do, and I sort of push the limit in what we can do, right? Yeah. So I'm always hopeful that, we find a way to make sure that the ideas I come up with come to fruition. Not saying I'm the only one with the ideas. Heather has had some really cool ideas. Valentine's Day last year and Valentine's Day this year. I guess for Heather, the Valentine's Day sort of drops that we do, that's all her baby. And the other day she was asking me questions. She's like, what do you think about, this upcoming holiday or Valentine's Day? What do you think about this, this, and this? And I'm like, look, you do what you want to do. I know you have a really good idea. I'm inspired by some of the things that she comes up with. She comes up with some killer shit. So I can't wait to see her idea for this Valentine's Day to come to life. By the way,
it's coming to life, and I'm so excited.
Your head is going to explode.
You guys are going to shit.
Yeah, seriously, it is some of the coolest shit that we do. It comes from the mind of Heather. The Valentine's Day thing, the clown thing was Heather. Yeah, we got some. Oh man, I can't wait. I cannot wait for Valentine's Day.
Patrick Norman said we should have tagged his butt. So, funny story, we do have a little
there's a
tag.
Yep, there is a butt tag.
It's our official tag. It says all new material. It mentions what it's made of. It talks about what tests it has passed. Made in China, manufactured for Mischief Toys, and it gives a lot number.
There you go. Look at that.
And it has our little logo.
So all of the plush that we had made, all of the logos on the little tag here match the actual plush. And so we have, I think, 4 plush came in total? Yeah, 4.
Yeah. Can I talk about something really fucking annoying that happened?
Yeah.
You you smell that?
What?
I farted.
No, I don't smell your fart.
Okay,
What the fuck?
so when our artist designed the hand tags, we did not catch it. Both Chris and I looked them over. Our artist looked it over.
Oh, I forgot about this.
And I am not faulting her at all. I would
I'm
never
smelling that
fault
fart.
her.
Great.
Yeah, me too. It's
God,
gross.
you're grossing me out for real. I'm going to throw up.
Good.
I'm not even lying. You're
I'm
making me
trying to
sick
get
in my
you
stomach.
out of the room.
Oh, David Brewer wants me out of the room, by the way. Did you see what he's saying? He said,
Okay.
only Heather, no Chris, is basically what he said.
So, with these tags, we did not realize she forgot to put an I, so it said Mischef toys.
Miss Chef toy.
And we did not notice until we received photos of this being printed. It was actually printed on regular printer paper. It was very poorly done. But I said, oh my God, that says Mischief toys. It was insane. And I said, hey, really big problem. Really, really sorry that we didn't catch this. But is there any way I can send you new artwork for the tags? And the plush manufacturer said, all of the tags have been printed. There will be an X dollar fee associated with changing them. And I was like, oh my God. So now I proofread every single thing that we do so well.
Yeah.
Because that was definitely a learning experience. And again, no fault of our amazing artists. Shit happens. But that was a point in time where I was like, are you fucking kidding me? How did we miss it? But with the font, it looks so similar with or without the I that it doesn't even, like, it looks like the logo even if it was missing the I.
100%.
Ugh, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely
so,
crazy.
You know, when it came down to creating this, plush, I told Heather, I said, I want to make something, of course that can sit and be with your collection, but I really wanted it to look like something that you would get at like a carnival where it was like, like a Bart Simpson, like plush, but it would be Bart Simpson's head is really big and he looks really silly with little arms. And when I mentioned that to our artist, this is what she came up with. And I think the artist hit this out of the ballpark. By the way, this was designed and I'm trying to talk up this whole plush thing because I'm super stoked. The designer is a former Funko plush designer. So we're ahead of the game right now. We got some super serious talent working on Mischief Toys merchandise, which is or items. I'm so incredibly happy. It's exciting,
Yeah.
isn't it?
It's very exciting.
So exciting. Noelle is the best. We love Noelle. We love Noelle. Everybody's giving Noelle love. What other questions do we have?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Martin's asking for a Cinco de Mayo Ghastly. Okay.
What would that even look like? Just a sombrero?
We wanted to do a Day of the Dead Ghastly.
Yeah, that would be very cool.
Yeah, I think that would be really fun. Did she do Dead Paul's Gargoyle Proto Letter? Oh, I forgot about that. Narrator figure going to be dropped or no? No comment on anything that's going to be dropped. I'm not saying that it will, and I'm not saying that it won't. But everything that'll be dropped this week, sort of the vaulted stuff, we want you guys to be surprised. I want to just see people going crazy over all the different things that are being dropped. I think it's going to be fun.
Will there be sold out announcements after the random daily drop? No. No. We'll just put them up at random. And if you catch it, that's fantastic. And if you don't, I'm sorry.
I like that kind of stuff to be more social. They're saying our daily drops, are we going to see sold out? Or we're not talking about, they're talking about the random vaulted stuff, correct? Only. I think that's all they meant, right? The random vaulted stuff?
That's how I read it.
Yeah, so
I'm trying to find the comment, but now I can't.
So if it's the random vaulted
Yes.
stuff, yeah.
The random daily drop. So we didn't say that it will be daily. It may or may not be daily. There may be a day where we don't do anything.
Right. But we like the word of mouth part of that. So
yeah.
I think that'll be fun.
That would be a lot of fun.
Can we get a 420 Ghastly for Earth Day?
I don't think that's an Earth thing.
Thoughts on Mischief Toys tumblers so won't break shipped? Metal tumblers?
I don't think so. I'm not really interested in that. When you get into stuff like that,
Bye, Mikey. Bye, Mikey. I hope everything's okay, man. I understand taking care of your mom. Any plans for Mischief Toys scavenger hunt? Maybe during NYCC 2024, the winner gets a proto. That's a pretty cool idea. Haven't really thought that far ahead, but
someone is trying. This is someone that's 100% going to New York Comic Con.
Mets fan 86.
Oh yeah. See, he wants a scavenger hunt, so we give him a proto. That's what he wants.
100%.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want that?
Yeah.
I like that. I like that idea. I'm a fan of the, as I say all the time, experience. So that experience of doing some sort of scavenger hunt would be really fun.
It would be.
I think this week is an experience. This is something where you guys get to see things drop and random things come up on the website, vaulted stuff. I think it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. Will the random vaulted show up in the same spot as a previously sold out spot?
Possibly yes, possibly no. It can be literally anywhere. Again, merch will show up in the merch tab. Figures show up in Ghastly tab. Demonstro shows up in Demonstro tab. Coven stuff is only for Coven members to potentially get if anything vaulted comes out there. And yeah.
Are there any for you, Heather? Are there any questions that you want to, or any, I guess, do you want to speak on anything so people aren't confused and aren't asking us a million questions about whatever the thing is? Because I know there's a lot of times we're answering a million questions and it causes frustration both to us and the community. So what are you thinking? Is there anything specific that you can say here that maybe will help with confusion, I guess, like explaining things?
So should we say, are you saying we should go through everything that we have mentioned that we think will help for this scavenger?
Yeah, I guess, no, what in general, I think what I'm saying is what do you think people are going to mostly ask about and have questions about? Okay.
The items could be they could be anywhere. I can't tell you what's going to...
So it's random.
Yeah, it's completely random.
Right. So it isn't like we're planning like it's going to be... Today is going to be the Coven tab, and tomorrow is going to be the Ghastly tab.
I might do something fun and put it on the homepage. I mean, I don't know.
So anything can happen.
Yeah.
It's anything goes.
It could be anywhere.
Okay.
Literally anywhere. Maybe I'll make a new tab one day, and you got to find a new tab. I don't know.
But I want you to spit out some things here that will help them where they don't feel like they're lost in this whole thing.
Well, I'm very sorry, but you will be lost because it could be anywhere.
Well, I know not just about that, but just about this drop in general, because I know that sometimes it just gets a little like, oh my God, like we didn't say this right? So one thing that we make clear, we have a drop every single day.
A drop.
New drop.
A drop that is announced the day or night before. If you do not receive an email the day or night before, you should make sure you're signed up to mischieftoys.com emails. But definitely check our Instagram page. We will post the next day's drop ahead of time. I also recommend joining Mischief Toys Facebook group because I will be posting information there.
Oh, well, see that? There you go. That's a good piece of information.
Well, no, I'm literally reposting what we're going to post on Instagram.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So nothing. So in other words, just to clear this up, you're not putting out anything extra special in any one place. Like in other words, you have to be in the group on Facebook.
No.
Right. Okay.
Any information that is in the email will be on Instagram, will be on the Facebook group. So no matter where you get your information, you're going to get it. And if you miss it, I'm sorry. That's on you for not looking out, because there's going to be a new drop every week. As far as the random stuff, well, good luck and have fun. That's all I can say about it. We are not doing like super late drops. Unless you're elsewhere in the world.
Yeah, we don't want people to stay. We don't want people to stay up all night long.
So we've made the window 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. 6 a.m. To 9 p.m. So anywhere in that time, there may be a quantity of one item. There could be a quantity of 20 of one item. There could be a quantity of 5 of one item and 7 of another item, or 2 of another. It just it all depends on what I find, what I feel like putting up. There may be a random vaulted drop each day. No, we are not reproducing figures. These are figures that could be artist proofs. These could be...
Well, we always keep a batch that we don't sell because things are lost or damaged.
These could be allocations that we produced that were to take the place of... oh my, where am I going with this? What am I saying?
I don't know, but they're a part of the number of the original figures that we had.
They are the part...
That's what I just said.
Yeah. Don't mind me. So we reserve 5 to 10 of each item typically for future giveaways, for future this, for future that.
And also for damage and loss.
And for, but no, because those aren't even stickered. Those I just put aside and that's that. So family gets those sometimes.
Oh, okay.
But I only over order a handful if we do that. But generally those... I don't
will the vaulted drops drop at the same time as the scheduled drops, David Chung? No. So the vaulted drops will... No. Well, no, I'm saying generally it's random. So it isn't like yes or no to that. It is all random.
Well, you gave
the vaulted drops are random. No, the drops are random. That's the clear answer. I mean, how can you get any more clear than that?
One thing that I have said on a couple of occasions, there are no zombie Ghastly figures left. Those were what? 265 pieces?
Something like that.
And I think you and I own an AP, and I feel like I had one of the original... Was it 265 or 285? I think I had just one of those left, and we were going to give it to somebody. We ended up forgetting to give it to that person, and I think we're saving it for that person. It was somebody on The Walking Dead.
Yeah. AJ Barbary, will there ever be more than one vaulted item in one day? The answer to that is, yeah, sure. I mean, anything can happen. Again, this is going to be completely random. So one day might have 2 items and the next day has 0. So it's anything, literally anything goes. And when we put up an item, it could be, let's say, let's just throw this up. We already said that zombie Ghastly won't go on, but let's say there's 5 zombie Ghastlies on there. So it is not just going to be one item. They're going to be multiple, but you can only buy one at a time. So keep that in mind as well.
Is every vaulted drop going to be very small quantities?
Yes, that's what I just said. Yeah.
We don't have large quantities of any of these items. Like we mentioned, we reserve a handful in case of loss or damage. Luckily, that doesn't really happen. There have been times where there have been a handful of damaged items that we have had to order more of because it affected our actual number. So, for example, recently we had, it wasn't that recent. With the zombie drop, we had a couple of losses through the mail, and we had a couple of just fucked up zombie pieces where I've had to go back to the manufacturer and say, listen, I've used up my entire allotment just about, and I hadn't had anything for future giveaways and stuff.
Right.
So they have produced those, but the original number was trashed because it was so fucked up.
Right.
So we ensure that the number is correct. If that makes sense, the number that are out in the world that are a part of that original number. Like I mentioned, we allocate a certain amount in case of damage, but sometimes that does surpass it. We have had to file multiple claims with the post office for losing shit or breaking shit.
So Nick Filet, how far back these vaulted items going? It could really be from anywhere. I don't think we'll have the original pins or anything like that. I mean, that is so far back.
We don't even own most of the original
Yeah,
pins.
I literally have one set, and it's a set that's whatchamacallit, error set. But that's all I have is like literally one set of the pins.
No, we have a Halloween set too.
So that's one that I have, but it's error.
No.
So we have an extra one.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, someone sent it to us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. We
Yeah.
really should make up like a set of everything, like a little museum sort of thing, because we don't even have half the stuff we sold. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
If you previously bought that vaulted item, will you be canceled? No. We're not keeping track of like what you purchased before or anything like that. And I don't want anybody to take that the wrong way, but that is like an incredible amount of work to go back and see, did this person buy Zombie Ghastly before? We need to make sure. If it goes up, it's vaulted, and you're able to get it, then more power to you. Because it's going to be one of those things that's very hard to get. This type of concept is so exciting and is literally what collecting is all about. Of course. Yeah, thank you for saying that. So that's sort of like the angle, right? We're trying to bring back the excitement, the fun. Tomorrow's video is sort of discussing that about Funko and where Funko has been going lately. Disc trackers on Instagram posted questions about like what is going on. Hopefully things get better in 2024, and we discussed that whole idea. We've been talking about the issues with Funko for a long time, and I think when we started to see these issues, that's right around the time we started the Mischief Toys toy company. But we wanted to like improve upon their concept and how they've been doing things, right? And that's included with our live events, which I want to do more of. I want to do grander events, bigger events, more fun events, events that include pieces, figures and things. So we're thinking in and outside the box moving forward for Mischief Toys. And I'm hoping that we bring you guys some really, really, or I'm not hoping, I'm hoping that you enjoy the really cool things that we have coming your way. I think this week is sort of like, it's sort of a preview of some of the really great things we have for 2024. This is like our blowout before 2024 arrives. I think you guys are going to love what we do next year, for sure. If you like what we're doing so far, you're going to love that.
Ashley says, any items that were like pre-order, so you mean like hats and shirts? Possibly. There could be shirts that pop up that were pre-ordered. And I cannot say, like, it wouldn't be all sizes. I might have a handful of something lying around. I can't confirm or deny that. With the APs or extra vaulted items, it changed the number on the box. No, like I mentioned before, we ensure that that number on the box is always what is out in the world. So, it's so hard to explain, but we track literally every single item we sell. If something does get damaged, or like something like, we had a Blacklight Ghastly, for example, that we found where his smile was like printed to the side. Like, it was really fucked up looking. We replaced it with another figure. We ordered a new one from the manufacturer. We said, listen, this was messed up and we need a new one. So that is within the number that we had like set for that particular figure. So we are not adding to that number. These are items we have reserved. And again, in case of loss and damage, we ensure that only that amount is in the world.
Right.
So take that as you will. I don't, it's a really frustrating process doing limited figures, because I like to make sure, like, I count when we sticker stuff, I count things like 20 fucking times to make sure that, like, I did not miscount, I did not, like, put more into the world than there should be, or less than there should be, or whatever the case may be. One of the figure we're dropping this week, I spent like days inventorying this huge shipment we had come in, and now I'm in the process of stickering things because, again, things get messed up in transit. We don't have the factory sticker the boxes, just in case there is some sort of damage or whatever the case is. And we do make sure that if there is damage, that we have them write it.
And I think that should be a part of the conversation. I mean, you guys, for those who are unaware, by the way, Mo Hamoud, we are not telling you when the plush will drop. It'll be this week, but we will let you know. You'll know in an announcement email. And the reason for that is that we're still calculating when we're dropping certain things. So it isn't like we're hiding it from anybody. We're still working on that. So there you go. There's your heads up. But yeah, I'm with the stickering as an example. I'm in there in the other room stickering the figure that we're going to be dropping this week. So we do that as well, right? So we do it all. We once it's produced, it comes to us. We then have to sticker the box. We have to put all the contents in another box. We have to seal the box. This all comes from Heather and myself, and sometimes Max. So no one else helps us here. This is all on us. So when you guys see you received a figure with no sticker on it, you can most likely blame me because we're moving so quickly, and sometimes I miss one because I'm old. I'm elderly, so give me a break. But that's because one of us accidentally didn't put a sticker on, and it happens. It happens. Well, that kind of stuff goes down.
I'm changing your name to one of us. Because for some reason you like to include me in your we and one of us, and
it's possible that you did.
9 out of 10 times
it's possible.
I did fuck up something pretty bad, but luckily it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. I'll get to that in a minute. If there's 250 of a certain figure, APs are included in that 250 now. Averagely, how many APs per figure? It depends on the figure. It just depends on how many the factory sends us to go over. Realistically, it's not many. We used to number them, but that got a bit tricky just because we like to give them away often, like on Patreon calls and stuff, and in order to get stickers produced, like as soon as we know like how many we have, it's just nearly impossible. So now the AP stickers are just AP. It is a very low number. It's generally less than 30. Much less than that usually, but generally less than 30.
All right, let me answer some questions. Could NYCC exclusives pop up as well? Yes, anything could pop up. Hey, Chris, will there be different drops throughout the day besides the pin, for example, tomorrow? So the pins will drop tomorrow. That's our daily drop. But we'll also have vaulted drops that'll happen randomly throughout the week. Will one drop tomorrow? Who knows? You guys will have to go and dig them out and find them. Most likely, you guys will find it, and I'm going to find out about it because Heather's going to be the one who sort of mans all of that. I don't even know if I'll be in the conversation. Heather sort of has an idea of what we're going to be putting out, when, maybe when we're going to do it and all that kind of stuff. But we're going to make it fun. So just be on the website, check it out, see what's going on there for sure. I think that's going to be fun.
Yeah,
so there's 250. Okay, you answered that question. Very good. Bang, bang, star. Just want to say you two are appreciated for everything you've done with Mischief Toys and the love you show the community. You two truly are the most beautiful human beings, and I love you guys. Thank you. Well, we love you too, and thank you. You're the best. Appreciate the kind words. You're awesome. We love you, Star.
Are the pins a 2-pack? Yes. Well, no, but yes. They
come together.
The pins for tomorrow will come together. The other pins will not. We decided at the very last moment to pair these because they have the same piece count. As you can see, they are separate. So, no, they're not a 2-pack. Yes, they are a bundle. They are limited to 125 pieces. Nick Fillet, I know you know how to read, so read your email before asking me questions like that. Thank you. I'm giving him shit because he gives me shit all the time. Just so you know.
Okay. Fine. Sure. Let's see. Mischief Toys making collecting fun again. Thank you. I love when people say that because that's exactly what we're trying to do. That's exactly what we're trying to do. That's the goal, is to make collecting fun and interesting once more.
Never mind. That will not go over well.
What?
Nick Fillet said, I was at dinner. Bro, I saw you got out of Cheesecake Factory like 45 fucking minutes ago.
Oh, my God. Heather tracking your every move.
I am. He tracks my every move.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
What were you going to say? You're going to piss people off?
I don't ask me what I was going to say if I say I'm not going to say it.
Oh, man, because I really want to hear it now.
I'll tell you when the camera stops rolling.
I can't wait to find out.
I promise you it is not something you would want me to say on YouTube. So just leave it. Just pretend.
That's why I want you to say it, because I love when you do that. I love the confusion. What is so hard to understand? How many diehards will be glued to their devices all day between 6 and 9, constantly digging around the site? Yeah, hopefully. We just want everybody to find something cool and have fun while they're doing it.
Do you think Blacklight Gargoyle will be the lowest piece count you guys ever do? Okay, so that is a tricky question. I fucking hope so. So originally it was supposed to be 400 pieces, as we know. That entire shipment got fucked up. I am still upset about it. I am still frustrated with it. I am not happy at all because that gargoyle was literally the first design. We designed it before New York Comic Con last year. Like, that's how long that gargoyle had been in the works. And the fact that they fucked it up so hard, and I was looking forward to it as much as I was, really has me upset. But with that said, there are minimums. We can't just order 28 gargoyles like that. If it's their mistake, like, if there's like 2 or 3 that are messed up, okay, they'll print some for me. But I can't put that on an order form. There are minimums we have to meet. So with that being said, hopefully that is our lowest piece, because otherwise, if there is a less than 28 piece figure, that means they fucked a whole lot of shit up. That's what that means. I hate my whole life.
You see? Take a look. Come on, read him and weep.
What are you doing?
Bounce
Why are
his
you
butt.
making him twerk?
He's twerking.
Gonna wait for that summer One Piece Yeah, we're not doing One Piece. What the
Just
what
Mackenzie.
Makes you think that we're doing One Piece?
We're Red and Blacklight Gargoyle, both 400 pieces originally, yes.
Is Tattoo Ghastly available for general or exclusive? So he was a Coven exclusive?
Can I speak on this for a second? Because we've been talking about this. We've been talking about this a little bit this weekend. So there was a post
Hold on. Wait a second. JB Wright said, tell us how stupid we are. Tell us how worthless we are, please. You're going to have to pay me for that. I know what you're doing, you sicko. Hold on. Please hold on.
Are you running this fucking live? Because it's like anytime I try to talk, you're telling me I can't talk.
Yeah, because you always mess everything up.
I don't mess everything up, so I'm going. All right, so I saw that there was a post in the Mischief Toys group on Facebook, and I wanted to address it. And it was about that figure being a 250 piece count. And I saw a lot of people were like, hey, that's a low piece count, and which it is. It's a low piece count. 250 is very low. But being that it's a low piece count, in addition to that, that figure is only sold to people who are in the Coven of Mischief. So not only is it a low piece count at 250, there's also that whole Coven of Mischief thing wrapped around it. I also noticed people were like, oh, well, you have a tattooed Ghastly showing up in the Coven of Mischief. Well, what we're trying to tell you is that through the Coven of Mischief, literally anything could happen. It could be anything. Like, it could be a tattooed Ghastly. It could be a version of Narrator. It could be anything that we want to be as a Coven exclusive. And I think that's the fun part of it, is that we can sort of do different ideas. I don't want to be strapped to doing a Narrator every single time. I think that would be really incredibly boring. That's so stupid.
And what are we going to do? put him in a fucking black suit and then say, oh, here's your new figure. No.
Right. So I don't think that's the right thing to do. Although what I'll say is that I want to do more narrators for sure, 100%, in the future. But I think that in between, we should have different versions of Ghastly, maybe even different characters that we sort of devise along the way. But I think there's more room for something like Tattoo Ghastly, where he has a big mustache. I mean, I thought about it all weekend, because I did read a couple comments where people were like, this isn't what I expected. And I'm thinking to myself, like, this is something completely different. We've never done anything like this before. Usually you got your Ghastly with his teeth, right? You got his big old teeth hanging out, and then he might have clown makeup on or something like that. Spiky teeth or something. But this is a big old mustache Ghastly. And he's got fucking tattoos all over him. By the way, if you noticed, in the center of his chest, he has a Coven of Mischief logo there. And that was really the reason why we made him a Coven of Mischief figure. Is because he had a Coven of Mischief logo tattooed on him.
Yeah.
Or printed on him, in this case.
And I'd also like to say that, you know, sometimes, like this weekend, Chris reading, people say stuff like, oh, this isn't for me. It's a bit frustrating because we're not here to please everybody.
Yeah.
Some people have a more graceful way of speaking than others. Some people are a bit more harsh. And that's fine. People are who they are, and people say what they want to say, and we can't talk any shit about it because we talk shit about Funko all the time and how much we hate some of their decisions. But the fact of the matter is, Mischief Toys is our baby. And we run our company and we create designs that we would want to see as collectors. Yes, we often use the same mold, which somebody had something fucking smart to say about it not too long ago. But we're not just making the same figure metallic. We're not just making the same figure with black light or we have done that a couple of times, but it's not over and over and over again. We are pouring toxic waste on a Ghastly and making him glow bright green. We are making a zombie Ghastly with the same mold, which is really fucking impressive, by the way. When's the last time Funko used the same mold and turned Iron Man into a clown? Never.
That actually would be pretty cool.
It would be pretty cool. So the fact that Chris and I have been able to grow this and create things of the same mold that are so different from one another is really impressive. And I'm very proud of it. And, you know, if it's not for you, then it's not for you. Don't fucking buy it.
And I'm okay with that.
I am okay with that. But the fact of the matter is, we create what we like. You know, of course we want our customers to be happy, but not everybody's going to be a clown fan. Not everybody is going to want a translucent In Flames Ghastly. Not everyone likes zombies. Not everyone gives a shit about skeletons. So, it's going to happen. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. But we're making what we want, and it's cool. I like it. I love what we do.
I do too. I like that we bring our ideas to life, right?
I'm very proud of it. I'm very excited for our future. And
we've done a lot with the one character. I mean, realistically, we've done a lot with one character.
And it's so fun. I mean, how far different is this from the original Ghastly? And he's adorable.
Right, but I mean, we've done a lot, and now we're developing new characters and everything. But the reason why I brought up the whole tattoo thing was that it was shocking to me, I guess, because that version of Ghastly I thought was just so way out there, and it was so different. I was like, man, this is when I originally saw it in hand. I'm not even talking about the art phase, because the art phase I was like, oh, this is so cool. But when I saw it in hand, I was like, this is fucking awesome, and it's hilarious because what is this thing? Like, it reminds me of like a guy when you walk into a tattoo shop and the tattoo artist is just like too cool for everybody. He's like the coolest guy ever.
I called him a brewery bro.
Yeah.
Because he looks like somebody who, like, tastes beer for a living and will tell you exactly how many hops
100%.
they use to put in that one can of beer.
Absolutely. But that's the fun thing about that figure. And not everything that we do is going to be something that people like. But what I will say is, no matter what was said about Tattoo Ghastly, no matter how people were saying, oh, he might not be for me, so on and so forth, he sold out incredibly fast. And it was a fucking Coven drop.
Yeah.
We have a very little amount of people that are in the Coven right now. And for it to sell out as fast as it did was mind-blowing.
I was shocked. I
Mind-blowing.
literally told Chris, I said, expect this figure to be on the website for like 2+ hours. But at 12:55, I got on the website, and there were like 80 or 90 people, and I was like, oh my god, like, this isn't gonna fucking sell. Like, we're gonna have this till the end of the week. Or longer.
Right.
It literally sold out in just over a minute, which was shocking to me because, you know, we love tattoos, and that's why we made him, because he's so much fun. And I'm so glad that we made him. He has tattoos on his face, he has tattoos on his chest and his back, on his arms and his legs. He's so cool. But I didn't know how many people it would resonate with. But the reason I decided to up the number on it, because originally it was going to be a very, very low piece count. And I was like, you know, more than this many people are going to really want this. And it's very difficult to find a balance of, like, how many of each variant we should do. Because I don't know who would want a toxic waste figure. I don't know who is into glow. I don't know how many people like clowns or how many people are scared of clowns, because that's a real fear.
Yeah.
So coming up with these numbers is hard. And I really honestly, after seeing like the response and seeing like the low amount of people yesterday waiting, I was shocked.
Yeah.
He sold out.
That was great.
He did. It was so cool.
Jonathan Castillo, will the APs be sold under an individual tab? I would say it's going to be sold under...
no, we can't. Don't say anything because...
It's not under the Ghastly tab?
They could be anywhere.
Oh, okay.
Because again, I might put something on the homepage.
Okay.
But if it's not on the homepage, I can confidently say if it is a figure, it will be under Ghastly or Demonstro.
Okay.
If it is a pin, it will be under merch. If it is a shirt, because there may be shirts, it will be under merch. It can be in its old tab. So if something on the website right now says sold out, you might come across a listing on Wednesday that doesn't show sold out. That means there's 1 or 2 or 5 or 8 in stock. So it just...
You just never know.
Yeah,
I think that's the whole idea, is that it's completely random. And some of the stuff may also be autographed by Heather and I.
Yeah.
So that's just a heads up. By the way, this guy is so soft.
I know,
This
I love
Ghastly.
him.
Have you felt him? Feel this?
Of course I felt him.
Did you?
I love him.
He feels so good.
Michael Reyes, are you guys going to NYCC 2024? Yes.
100%.
We signed our contract.
We're in,
this
baby.
Weekend.
We're in.
We're coming to NYCC 2024.
And we have, we're working on it now, but we have something incredible for New York Comic Con this year. It's going to fucking blow your mind. And I'm going to tell you this right now. If you're going to New York Comic Con, make sure you come to the event. I don't know what day of the week it'll be, or during that week it'll be. But we're going to rent out something or take over a bar or something, and we're going to put on one hell of a show. So make sure when we do that to look out for it.
We have an interesting comment.
Sure.
We say, be proud, but different molds are necessary for actual growth and outreach to new buyers. So, I don't know if...
Go talk to Chomp. Go talk to Abominable Toys Chomp.
Yeah, or
Talk
Tiny
to them.
Ghost.
Yeah, go talk to them. Go talk to Tiny Ghost.
How long did they do the same molds before switching
let
it up? Hold on, let me talk.
I wanted to clear something up if I can. Do you mind?
I do mind, but that's fine.
No, go ahead. I'll let you go. I'm not going to let you go. I want you to go. You're better with words.
So we are a company that we have not taken out a loan. We have not asked for help. We did not do a Kickstarter. We built this based off of pins we had manufactured plus our own funds. In the last, it's been less than a year since we less than 2 years since we released our very first figure. We have made our original Ghastly mold. We had to have that original Ghastly mold recreated because of issues that happened with that. We have created the original Ghastly mold minus the belt and teeth. We have created the original Ghastly mold minus the belt, teeth, and the rings and the horn. We have come out with a gargoyle Ghastly mold, which, by the way, cost like a ridiculous amount of money. We have created a Tiki Ghastly mold. We have created a Demonstro mold. We have created a mold that you all have never seen before.
2.
Less than
2 new molds. Are you not? Heather's not counting molds that we're working on.
I'm not even counting.
Okay. You're good. Go ahead. Keep going.
We have.
I misunderstood. Keep going.
Yeah, we have multiple molds in the works.
Yeah.
But we have not yet sent them off to the manufacturer and gotten them created.
Right.
Molds are incredibly expensive. And we have done all of that in less than 2 years. Ask any other small toy company how many molds they have had created in their first 2 years. And you will get a lot of those companies saying that way less than what we have done. And I'm not trying.
Well, it's not cost effective.
It's not. It really is not.
In a short period of time, it's not cost effective because you need to make the most amount of money. So the person who said that, you're not to disparage you, but I think you're speaking from a place of not really understanding how this works, right? And no fault to you, okay? But what I'm saying is that you got to make money off of the different molds that you make, and typically you make one mold like Chomp, and you sort of stick with it, and then you kind of grow. We jumped the gun. We made the fucking gargoyle mold, and we just started going crazy and doing all these different things.
We didn't even think gargoyle could happen because we didn't work our way up to that mold.
Right.
That mold, no lie, cost more than what the car I owned at the time cost me when I first bought it.
Yeah.
That mold was obscenely expensive, and we found a way, and we fucking did it.
And we handle money now in looking at it from a perspective of like me as an average person not having a business like this. We're looking at financially. We're looking at it in such a wildly larger perspective, and the dollar amounts are just tremendous. And you look at these numbers and you're like, okay, well, we have to do all these things in order to do this next thing, right? So that's the next step in order to do the next big thing. Like the next big thing for us right now, we got the Plush, by the way, right? This year, let's look at it from the standpoint of where we are this year. We made, like Heather said, the multiple molds that we made, but like over the summer, we just did like Tiki Ghastly out of nowhere. No one expected that. That was completely at random. And we have a whole new mold for our Hot Topic drop. So we're doing all these phenomenal, incredible things as like a teensy-weensy little company. I mean, we're just a little dot in the grand scheme. In fact, not many people out in the world really know who we are, and we're still working on kind of growing who we are, the marketing aspect, kind of trying to expand as a company and being out in the ether. And it's tough. It really is. It's tough as a small guy. But I feel like we've done a really good job of it.
We have. And can I just just take a moment to say this again and to brag on ourselves. Because I'm so proud. I really am. It's a lot of work, and a lot of times I complain. Like this weekend, I'm like, I just want to sit and play video games for just one full day. Like, that's just what I want to do. Just one fucking day. I want to sit on the couch. I want to eat cheesecake. I want to eat, like, soup, maybe. I like soup. Maybe some chicken pot pie. I don't know. Some sort of comfort food. I need a boba. And I just want to fucking play video games. But I am so proud of what we do. We work ourselves to the bone. We work so much. So, in case you don't know...
It's all worth it, by the way. I just want to throw it out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm saying as much as I complain and as much as I want a day off, I'm very proud.
Yeah.
Chris and I have day jobs. We work 40 hours a week. Okay? 40 fucking hours a week. And that's if we don't stay longer at our day jobs or go in sooner or whatever. We come home. We make a video. Chris edits the video. We work on Mischief toys. Like we mentioned, we got all of the tattooed Gastleys out within 24 hours. I mean, that's fucking impressive. And we do it because we love it. And we do it because we want to bring fun to collectors. And we want people to feel that excitement that we felt when we first started collecting. And we do all of these fun things, Someone mentioned they would be disappointed if they were in the Coven and, tattooed Ghastly was what was offered. And that's fine. I guess.
Where are we going with this?
No, but my point is, with that, we do what we do because we love it. We put out what we would love as collectors. And not, like I mentioned, not everyone's going to be happy. I think that's where I was going with that. Much less graceful than I thought.
Yeah.
But we love what we do, and we're very proud of it, and I think it's fucking cool. I think it's cool. I never would have thought. I yelled at you in bed because you were on your fucking phone at like 2 a.m. Your phone screen was shining so bright, all the lights were off, and I'm like, Chris, can you just fucking go to sleep and stop drawing that stupid creature? And he said, no, I want to make this thing. And that was the original drawing of Ghastly. Never in a million years would I have thought that the thing I fucking complained about would bring me so much happiness, so much joy, and just so much fun to so many different people. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
I agree. It's incredible how far we've come, right? We're about to hit that 2-year mark. We're coming to the end of 2023, which is incredible. I can't believe we're here already. Time flies when you're having fun, as they say, or time flies when you're working a lot. But we work because we enjoy it. I enjoy all the things that we do, the creativity. I mean, Christ, here we are, look, making these awesome, holiday pins, the Santa Demonstro and the Elf Ghastly. Come on, dude. Come on. We're doing cool shit here. Get on board. Get on board. Stay on board. Keep riding the train along with us. We got a lot of really cool things coming your way. Really exciting things. Like I said, if you want to find out about new stuff, check out patreon.com/Gastlecast. That's a good way to keep up with what Mischief Toys is going to do next, right? So it gives you sort of an idea. Last night I slipped a huge, and I hope that most of you, or I hope that, not most of you, I hope everybody who is on the Patreon call keeps it close to the chest. I told you guys a big plan that we're about to embark on, and it's Funko Freak. She and I were talking, and I told her a lot, and everybody else heard. But please keep that information close to the chest. We have such an incredible 2024 coming. I think it's going to blow your socks off. Just hang tight with us. Hang tight with us. And enjoy. Please. Enjoy it.
Michelle says, Jason and I will see you again at NYCC 2024. Will Brian and Nick be back as well?
I
if
hope.
they will come, we will have them. We hope to have a bigger team this year. We already have that team picked out. So hopefully they can all make it. They've all said that they would. However, they might change their minds after remembering how fucking tired we all were after the convention.
I don't know. Nick was on fire, man.
I know.
Nick was on
it.
fire. He had an incredible time. That was his first big con.
I know. We took him to his first con ever.
Which con?
It was whatever it was in Philly.
Oh, that's right.
Where
yeah.
me and him had a lunch date without you.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, well, you won't anymore when he runs off with me.
Oh, love you too, Funko Freak. You're awesome. Thank you. Your support's amazing. And I mean it. Your excitement in the documentary is what made that documentary. That should have literally opened the documentary. Your excitement is just everything. So I appreciate you.
Why do I get the feeling next live Chris's whole head is going to be duct taped? That would be fun coming off. Honestly, I would love to just put duct tape right here.
Well, the fucked up thing about all this is that it's all like most of it. I would say is a lot of it's from my ideas or my thoughts, like things that we should do. It really is. Come on, you know you can fess up to that. But I come up with a lot of these ideas, and I'm not allowed to talk about them, and that's the hardest part. Is that Heather knows where the line is, and I don't.
Because I want to keep things exciting. I don't want it to be. Listen.
Well, no, I was about to say that you were right.
I am.
Even when I'm gonna say she's right, I get in trouble. Look at this shit.
Listen,
this is crazy.
I have been collecting for almost a decade. Next year is 10 full years of collecting toys. Okay. I have learned so much do's and don'ts from things that I have followed, things that I don't like to see, things that I do like to see.
You've grown a lot as a person, and so have I. We have grown so much from all
Yeah,
this.
and somehow you keep getting stupider. But anyway, I'm just kidding. I love you. We really have, and that's something else to be proud of. It's fucking cool. Everything we do is really cool.
You can't back down off what you just
can.
fucking said. Don't fucking fart on me, too.
Oh, I
Are you
did.
serious?
I love
You're
you.
shit talking and shitting on me.
Yeah. Anyway.
I'm being shit on every different way.
The last thing, what were we talking about?
I have no idea. Good luck.
No, what were we talking about?
I have no idea.
That part really.
I have no idea. I'm being yelled at over here.
No, for real.
I'm working over here.
What were you saying?
What?
What did you say? Oh, that I'm okay.
Yeah, no. I mean, how much we've grown. How much we've grown.
No. Let me tell you why I don't want to say too much and why I often stop Chris.
Right.
A lot of people might see it as, oh, Heather wants to take control of everything, and that's not it at all.
I don't think anybody sees it that way.
I don't know, and I just want to
think I'm the only one that sees it that way.
Probably. But the reason I don't allow Chris to say things, I shouldn't say the word allow. I fucking hate that because in relationships, like, I can't tell you when I was a hairstylist.
It's true, though. You don't allow me to say anything.
I can't tell you how many women sat in my chair and said, my husband does not like dark hair, so I'm getting highlights. And it's like, he won't allow you to change your hair? Like, is it his fucking hair? No, it's yours.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I won't allow Chris say too much because how many times did we see Funko show all of this stuff they were putting out and talk about all of this stuff they were putting out 6, 9, 12 months before they put it out? By the time it would be put up for pre-order that day, by the way, most of the time. It gets announced, it's up for pre-order in all your favorite small shops. And then, you don't get it for a fucking year. How excited are you, honestly, to get those items? You're not. You want to know why? Because you ordered it a year ago, you were excited a year ago, you thought about it for that entire year, and by the time you get it in hand, who fucking cares? It's an old idea.
Right.
That's why I
understand your point. I understand it.
Spring things on people and things you may expect, things you may not expect.
I think it's one of those things where it's you got to get people excited about what you're doing. And if you throw out little hints every once in a while, and
No,
and
you don't
kinda
like to throw out hints. You like to give people the
No,
whole
I'm saying
thing.
curveballs, right?
No.
I mean, we talked about, like, right now we're talking to possibly do something with Guar, and that's something that specifically is super close to me, and it's something that's special to me. So if we do it and it didn't do well, of course I'll be bummed out about it. But the fact that we did it will mean a lot to me personally.
And that's if we do. So
but
that's something
again,
we're
that's if we
about.
if we do. We're talking about it, right?
Yeah.
Right. But the thing about it is that when you throw that out into the world, they hear this, and you might have people out there who don't know who Guar is. They don't give a shit. But you might have Guar fans out there that are like, oh my fucking god, they're gonna work with the fucking almighty Guar. Like, they're gonna work with Guar, right? To me, like, that's legendary. That's legendary. There's like certain peaks for me. Like, how high do you climb and that, like, reach the greatness that you want to reach in life? And to say that our toy business, our toy company, works with Guar, that is like, it makes me emotional.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. It breaks me up, because this is a band I've listened to for so long, and to know that there could be a Ghastly or a Demonstro or something that comes out that's crossed with Guar is unfucking believable.
It's cool.
Yeah. Yes, 100%.
It's really cool.
100%. Yes. Oh yeah. I mean, that's, it's all about making our collector dreams come true, and making the fans happy, and
making
us
cool
being
shit.
happy, and making cool shit. Yeah, of course.
I'm
Have I
gonna
heard?
answer some questions.
Well,
I've got some older
All right,
ones.
go ahead.
What games do you play, Heather? I love Hogwarts Legacy. That's a great game. I love The Sims. I haven't played Sims in forever. Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto. What game were we playing for a while?
Dying Light 2?
No. Well, Dying Light 2 was fun. Diablo. The new Diablo game.
Did you say Destiny 2?
Destiny. I love playing games. I don't have any, like...
We just don't have time to play.
Yeah. I love... Classic games are my favorite, though. Super Nintendo and Nintendo 64. I can just, like, play those for hours. I love all of the games on those consoles. They're amazing.
Well, David Chung, he picked me up a copy of RoboCop, and I try to get a moment in with that as much as I can. It's tough. But I played, literally I played 15 minutes on Friday night. That's all I had. And I enjoyed it. So thank you, David Chung. You're the best, man. Thank you so much for the birthday gift. I really appreciate it. I was able to get in 15 minutes, and I did put it to them creeps. I shot up on many creeps. A lot of creeps. That was great. And I also shot them in the deck, just so you know.
That's good.
Of course. That's where you're supposed to shoot them. Right in the deck. What other questions you got?
I'm not too sure. Hold on, I'm reading.
All right. We got more questions, I'm sure.
I know we do. We definitely do. Justin McKenzie said, I'm so looking forward to the stuff that was mentioned on Patreon. It's gonna be fire.
100%.
Yes. If you are here and you are not subscribed to our Patreon, we highly recommend it. Patreon.com/Gastlecast. If you're a Mischief Toys fan, most months we talk about upcoming releases or show releases we may have talked about previously, but you actually get a peek at them. That's very exciting. Let's see.
And that idea we talked about, that's an expensive endeavor, but I'm super stoked.
Oh, yeah. I'm not looking forward to that.
Super stoked, though.
G. Holter said, I'm hoping to make the trip out to NYC next year to meet y'all.
Hell yeah, let's go. Let's have fun.
What's the status of Gastleblast? There is no status. When there's an update, we will talk about it. We don't plan on doing that this coming year. It's way too much to plan. Hopefully we grow enough soon to where it makes, it'll most likely happen in 2025. It'll be a lot of fun.
It could happen next year. We have to talk a
no,
little bit more.
it's not happening next year.
We have to talk a little bit more.
No, it's not happening next year, babe. I can assure you that.
You don't think so?
No, it will not happen next year. Can't wait to see you guys again at NYCC 2024. We can't wait to see you, Martin. Foster said when a fart derails the whole conversation, that happens often. Are we allowed to bring family next year to NYCC? Why not? Why
to the event?
Oh,
yeah.
To the event? Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
On Plush Ghastly, after the 200, could we buy more than one per household? This go around, no. And I will say that for the first, we'll give it a time limit.
Well, no, I was gonna say
hold on. Please.
Can I? Let me just throw my idea. Beside the first run, do you think we could do more than one? Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Your thoughts on it?
Yes, I've already told you this, babe. I've explained this to you.
I know, but I don't understand why. So I just think it's dumb. I think it's dumb.
So, with that being said, there will be a time limit. So, if it doesn't sell out within the hour, then we will increase the number that you are able to buy. I really feel like this will be very well received, and I don't want to make it unfair to those anybody who wants more or who wants one. I feel like it would be unfair to allow more than one per household. So there will be commons, there will be more, I promise you, but this initial drop, this is sort of like a seeing how things will do. Additionally, we had no idea how many plush to purchase, just because we don't know how many people who collect the figures will want a plush. So we didn't order like 1,000 of them. So with that said, this will give us a good gauge of what we can do in the future, how many we should purchase. Hopefully, within the next like 6 or so months, we can have more of these go up. So this will be our common, but we will have some that are just, X amount and that's done, and it will be noted on the tag. For example, the first run 200 is printed on the tag. So this just signifies that you got one of the very first 200 and that's it. So, that's the reasoning for keeping it one per household for now, but in the future...
Because we have such a limited amount.
Yeah, it really isn't that many. So,
The only reason why I have a hard time with it is I want people to be able to buy one for themselves.
I fucking know.
Their
I
kid,
know. It's so
what I mean?
frustrating. But again, we didn't know how Plush will do. Like, we have a pretty good gauge on our figures. Although, like I mentioned, Tattoo Ghastly surprised the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And I was shocked that he sold so quickly. But with Plush, this is a realm. Like, this is something we have never done before. So this is like
first run.
Yeah, testing,
Literally.
Seeing how things go. So hopefully it goes well. I want to do more of these because I am absolutely in love with them.
Thank you, Judge McKenzie, for the Comfort Food Boba Fund. You guys deserve a break, and I hope you can enjoy the holidays as much as possible. I'm looking forward to this week's drops, or this week's coming drops. Thank you for all you do, of course.
Thank you, Justin.
No, I mean, thank you for your support. You don't have to thank us for what we do, but thank you for your support. It means a lot. You guys help us, continue to grow this thing and do cooler stuff, right? So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Ordinary says he's selling out ASAP. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully he does well, and then we can continue to make him more. That's the plan. That's the real big plan.
See, people are asking about Ninjitos. So
Ninjitos sort of left the planet. We have no idea what happened with Ninjitos. I wouldn't say that we were like incredibly close with them, but we chatted every once in a while, sort of like what our collab was going to be, and they gave us a really good idea of like, here's what we're going to do, and here's what it's going to look like. And I was like, oh, this is great. I'm really excited about it. And then they sort of went silent, and when they went silent, I'll be honest, we were so busy with New York and getting ready for New York that we weren't really aware that they went silent. So after New York, we reached out to find out what was going on, and no response. And in the community, we're told that the person who ran Ninjitos sort of just disappeared. So the Ninjitos effort or the collab, I'm pretty sure that that's not going to happen.
It was what's mind blowing to me though is that it was already like in the manufacturing process. So I don't know where that's at. This is why I don't like to talk about things, because anything can happen. Until we have it in hand, I don't like to talk about it. Yeah,
well, I'm a little bit more. I like to expose a little bit more, and sort of that's where Heather and I differ. And that you guys can obviously tell that through us talking about various things. But I like to sort of put things out there to get people excited and amped up. Heather likes to keep things close to the chest. And we try to find an equalizer, but it's really hard to find an equalizer. One of these days on Patreon, if it feels like it's not going anywhere, maybe we can share with you the photos and things. I guess the production photos of what it was supposed to be. And kind of give you an idea of what...
I'm sorry.
With Ninjitos?
No.
We can share it with Patreon and give them an idea of what it'll look like.
No.
Yeah, we will. Because it's something fun. Because I don't think it's ever coming to life.
I don't want to do that until we know what's going on.
Heather, I'm telling you, I don't think we will, babe. I think it's gone. I think it's gone now. It's dead. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gone. But what I'm saying is that over the next few months, we most likely, within the new year, we'll show you sort of what was in the talks, right? Like what we were going to do. The fact that Ninjitos has sort of gone silent, I think they've been silent for 3 months now. I don't feel like they're ever coming back. I think it's over. I think the game is over. And quite frankly, from a business perspective and knowing what we do and how we do it, if somebody's going to operate that way, I don't really personally feel like I need to work with them. They should be communicative with us. They should keep us up to date and in the loop of what's going on. They're messing with our property. In the fact that they didn't do any of those things and they sort of went silent. If you're going to go silent and you're going to disappear into the ether, just reach out and say, hey guys, things are going on and I'm probably not going to be doing this stuff anymore. I'm getting out. Like, have the respect to reach out to us and let us know what's going on.
With that being said, nobody knows what's going on, so it could be something out of their control.
It's true.
Nobody knows, and we have many mutuals.
But he's gone, like, he went completely out of nowhere. Just gone. Just disappeared. Gone.
Chris, you need to be careful with what you say.
We don't know anything.
I know we don't. Gone. That's why you can't blame somebody. I understand you want like people to be communicative, but some things are out of people's control, and I haven't mentioned what could have possibly happened. So can we just not?
That's fine. But what I'm saying is, well,
I just don't want to insult anybody because
I'm not insulting anything. I'm just saying that in the future when we do stuff like this, doesn't matter what. People have things happen in their life, but we have to have something in writing where this kind of shit can't happen.
That's already
like this is ridiculous. We should know something. Yeah. We should have an idea of something.
Anyway,
that's all I'm saying.
Enough about that. We don't know what's happening. Any new characters coming? Yeah, sure. We'll have new characters at some point.
Yeah, Mordum is our newest character, which we'll have more information about in 2024. We'll bring Mordum to life next year for sure.
Jason Stevens says, I'm so stoked for the drops this week. Thank you. Did you get my second package? Yes, and I meant to contact you, but I keep forgetting. We have not opened it yet. I'm so excited to open it because every time I walk past that ginormous package.
Yep, there's a huge package. There's a huge box that we want to pop open, and we're
going
to
open
up
in
a box. Yeah, we're going to open up in a video.
Ginormous package.
Yeah, I heard. We're going to open it up in a video and all that kind of jazz. But it's 10:30. We got to roll. We got to roll. We got to go.
Hold on. We got to get through these.
It's late. We got to go.
Oh, You know what?
No, it is. It is.
Yeah.
It is. And we got to get up
I know
early
it is.
tomorrow. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, remember what I was saying at 12 o'clock midnight last night?
I tried.
And we didn't get
I
off
tried,
until
but we have
12:30? No, you didn't.
yeah, there's a lot going on.
Hey, listen, I don't care if you got to work in the morning. Guess what?
But
I
anyway,
work
but
this
we
morning.
got to get out of here, guys.
No,
Thank you.
No, wait.
Yeah.
Seriously, you're really frustrating me. So please stop. Can I finish reading the chat?
Yeah.
Is that cool?
Well, I mean, get through some of them because
Thank
we got to go. We got to go.
Thank you.
Yeah, we got to go. We got a lot going on this week. I got to get rested up for it.
Yeah, no shit. Will the misprint be corrected on future plot? There's no misprint.
No misprint. It's gone. We fixed it. We paid a lot of money to get it fixed. The car guy says, "Happy holidays. Just got here. When does the Plush drop? More information comes this week." That's still under. It's being discussed still. How about those boba jelly bellies, Heather? Shadow Force asks.
I have not even eaten those yet.
All right.
I need to. But the holidays are upon us. We literally picked up like homemade chocolates today. I got sent cookies recently. Things are fucking crazy around here.
Yeah. Things are going crazy.
But I am stoked to try those boba jelly bellies. Thank you.
All right. Let's go. It's time to go. Guys, thank you so much for being here with us tonight to talk about all things Ghastly and Mischief Toys. We got a lot coming your way this week. Make sure you're on mischieftoys.com. Sign up for the newsletter.
Ashley said roll it on for 30 more minutes, Heather.
Oh, God.
Okay, so let's talk about...
No, we're not talking about anything.
We need a recap.
No, we don't.
Everybody ask questions.
Watch the live again. Go to mischieftoys.com and sign up for our newsletter. Also, go on Instagram and follow us at Mischief Toys, and you can find out all the information you need to know about everything that's going to happen.
I know you want to leave, but a lot of people that are not in the Coven asked to see Tattooed Ghastly, so I'd like to show Tattooed Ghastly because he's fucking cool.
All right, very good.
I love him. I love him so darn much. Okay. So here is Tattooed Ghastly, and I'm going to show him to you. Although if you follow us on Instagram, you would have seen him.
Yep, there he is. Look at him. There he is. Look at him with his tattoos and big mustache.
Amazing.
He looks awesome, right?
He has tattoos everywhere. I don't know how well you are able to see him. This light is a bit odd, but I'm hoping that it comes in clearer for you guys. He has a huge Coven tattoo on his chest. He's perfect.
Nick Filet, we still are discussing things about the Cradle of Filth thing, so more to come, hopefully in 2024, about that whole collaboration. I hope we can get that off the ground. A lot more to come. So, thank you guys. Look out all week. We have so many cool things coming your way. The pins start tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. Make sure that you get yours, your Santa Demonstro, and your Elf Ghastly, and we have some incredible stuff coming this week, so keep your eyes open, especially for that vaulted stuff.
We have a really important question in the chat. Dean Blockley asked me what my favorite mode of transportation is.
Oh, of course.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thank you.
We love you guys. See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Good night. Have a good week. Bye. We'll see you next week.